What's up everyone? Welcome back to the 30 Project. This video we have a story time for you, and it all starts back at Jarrod's place. This was an early season race. This was actually before the bike park even opened. Go Nuts Racing, one of our local race organizers, hosted this race, and it was gonna be a 5-stage race. And this video comes from pre-riding. And so we're gonna run the clip, and then we're gonna talk about what happened, why did I crash so hard, and some lessons learned that I want to pass on to y'all.
Okay.
All right.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yep. Oh God. Oh, yeah, I just landed right there.
I bet you guys did everything like that. Step down. It was perfect.
What day is it?
Huh?
Saturday.
What race are we done?
Jarrod's place.
And we're in
Georgia.
No, on his helmet, he went down to the right. Look at it, the side of his helmet.
Your head hurt?
Oh, and then you came over.
yeah, and then just landed straight on my
How
head.
about you sit down?
Ouch. Yeah.
Step up here.
You're pale right now, so you should sit for a minute, dude.
You're in shock right now, and you're gonna feel the rope.
Damn, I hate that.
Do you need to call a medic?
No, no.
Can you get you checked out when you get to the bottom?
Probably. I definitely probably have a concussion.
You got water?
All right, so now we've seen the clip. Whew, that was a huge crash, and I was super lucky to walk away from it. Honestly, I can't believe it. So what happened? How did I end up just completely going blind off the jump into the sidewall? Well, as I mentioned, this was for an Enduro. There's 5 stages, and we had rode this stage 2 or 3 times before. This trail is called Error Supply, and it's been known that this trail was going to be one of the biggest jump lines in the Southeast. And so the first time we went through the trail, all we did was kind of cruise through, rolled over the jumps. The second time we ran the trail, and this is where the biggest mistake was, is that we sessioned some of the biggest features. We linked up maybe 1 or 2 jumps in a row, pulled off, and then reconvened and hit all the jumps once again in 2 to 3 jump increments. So on that third trial of riding this trail, I hadn't actually done a full run where I just linked all the trail up going trail speed. And if you notice on the jump that I crashed on, it wasn't even that big of a jump. And that's the key thing, and this is the main lesson that I want to provide, is that when I was going trail speed and I was starting to increase my speed, I just trusted that the trail was going to bring me with that speed that I had to the right spot. And this is no dig at Jarrod's place. Jarrod's place is an amazing bike park. I highly recommend you go check it out. And well, that's a disclaimer. This is totally my fault. But by not really paying attention on the first 2 prior runs, I didn't notice that that was a right hip jump. And so really that's the biggest lessons learned. I want to provide 3 main lessons. One is when you pre-ride, make sure you're paying attention. Trails change as you get faster, especially when racing. And so when you're pre-riding a trail, pre-ride it, re-ride it with incremental speed, and then increase all the way. But make sure that second run, you're really paying attention to where is speed going to be a concern. The second lesson learned that I have is use your GoPro. I had this on footage. If I had any question, I could have stopped and looked back at my footage from the run before, and I would have easily seen that, ooh, this is weird. It has a right hip. So if you're racing, use your GoPro or any action camera that you have, or take photos with your iPhone. If I don't have my GoPro with me, I will take photos of the trails I go through in my first pre-ride. Huge lesson. And then third and final is I took a massive slam, I got back up, and then I hit the biggest section of trail afterwards. Fully regret that. I'm pretty positive I have a concussion. You even hear me in the video say, ooh, I think I got a concussion. It is not good and it's not okay to be a hero. It's okay to walk away unless even pros do this. Like, this is so big. Whether you're a pro or amateur, it's not worth your health. And so that's what I really want to share is don't feel pressured that you're wasting money. You're going to be able to race for a way longer time, and that $100 entry doesn't make a difference. And so really, as a recap, 1, pay attention on your pre-ride and re-ride. Use your action camera or your phone camera to take pictures. And then lastly, if you do get a head injury, don't race. It's not cool to be the tough guy. And so that's the lesson for the day. I hope you enjoyed story time and look forward to catching you on the next 30 project video.